Segment is sponsored by Columbus Makes Art.
Columbus is always making art, and that's why we're here at Blockfort Studios to learn just a little bit more about how they're doing that here in this beautiful city. We're talking with one artist right now, Miss Lisa, who's really doing some big things here, and we want to get straight into your style because we're standing in front of some of these beautiful paintings, all made by you. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your artwork.
Well, I'm an artist and graphic designer. I've been self-taught as an artist, but trained as a graphic designer, working for the last 30 years. Crazy, I know. But I discovered that I really liked working on wood. I like the flexibility of it, and I like the expression and the individuality of it. So the portraits make perfect sense because each person is their own being, just like the piece of wood that they're sitting on.
So tell us, how did you start working with Blockfort, making sure you had a space or a studio to create these beautiful designs?
Well, thankfully, due to my volunteer work with lots of other community groups in the city, doing work with Stephanie Rond and Adam Brulette, we just kind of fell in step together, and I was invited to join, and I've been really, really productive as a result. Very proud to be a part of this group.
Absolutely. For people who are looking for more of your artwork and more of your style, because these are really, really great, and I can see them in my own home right now, looking good upon my walls. Talk about how we can learn more about you and get more of your artwork.
Well, please follow me on my website, lisamcclimont.com, MCLYMONT. I'm also under that same name on Facebook and Instagram. On the first, Blockfort is having their member art show. We got to pick an animal and we did it in our style. I chose deer for gentleness.
Aww.
And that show is November 1st. And on November 9th, Art Unbound at the library, Carnegie Gallery, is having a show where I have some assemblage works. And lastly, November 14th, I and my partner, Kat Sheridan, are having a duo show at Streetlight Art Guild.
Hey.
So come check that out. It's a lot of our art heroes that we're celebrating.
We're going to talk to another person who's doing just that, your partner, like you mentioned, who's going to also be in that show with you. Let's go and find out about what Miss Kat is up to and how her artwork is actually making Columbus beautiful. How are you, Miss Kat? So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
We have to get right into this beautiful art that you've created, because you've been here also making art here in Columbus and really reaching out to other artists out there to make sure that they find passion in it, just like how you did. So talk about being in a space like this here and being in a studio to where you can design these beautiful pieces.
You bet. So Lisa and I are a part of Blockfort, which has, over 20 artists that are a part of it, and then a gallery in the front. It's really, really wonderful to be a part of a community because as your contemporaries are working hard and creating wonderful work, it makes you want to create wonderful work as well. So it's just that kind of healthy competition of like, let's make sure that we rise all the boats, right? I also host and kind of shepherd an Instagram account called Columbus Collects, which helps people demystify the practice of collecting original artwork. So good for artists, good for community members.
Absolutely.
You were talking about your apartment and how you like to have it decorated. These are ways that we figure. That's right, original artwork. So doing that. I also just started a role at the Ohio Arts Council.
Oh, wow.
I am the
Come
director
on now.
of the Rife Gallery, so I get to work with all sorts of Ohio artists, and that's an absolute joy. And then, of course, as we said, I make my own work.
And you really are connecting a lot of people out here, speaking of doing so in Columbus, because you guys, like Miss Lisa mentioned, have a show coming up together.
We sure do.
Talk about that show a little bit.
So we are going to be at the Streetlight Guild, and the two of us are highlighting kind of local heroes for us. We decided to do a duo show that plays against our differing styles, but highlights people that we find to be beautiful inside and out. On November 1st, this week, we have, both of us have pieces in the Blockfort Tenant exhibition. So Lisa did a deer, I did a goat, because goats are, the content of them is really disparate. It's like really playful, and then also people will have this idea of the hedonistic side,
symbolic.
right? Oh
yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of symbology. So I love that it clashes, and so I kind of mirrored them. You have to come and have a look and see what you think about it and tell me.
Absolutely, just giving me the description makes me a little bit intrigued now to find out a little bit more about this. So if you would like to see more artists like Miss Lisa and Miss Kat, you can head on down to columbusmakesart.com or check out the Blockfort exhibition happening November 1st.